people will feel entitled because they see you on their screen and they feel entitled to know things about you. They feel entitled to get to know you. Networking, I agree with that 100%. Let's network. And even when you're networking, I always say this, even in the professional world, in corporate America, um, I'll show myself friendly, but I'm not your friend.
That was cute back in the day. Everybody wants to know everybody. Like, in high school, people will come up to you and say, "Hey, what's up?" And you're like, "Never seen you before." In today's time, we're adults now. So I think it's great to network with people, because you want to build that strong community, where you're doing things together. Because in order for us to make changes, it's not just going to be a group of, what's on your hand or a set of five. It's going to be everybody that's going to contribute in different ways. But do you have to get to know them on a personal level? I mean, it depends on you. I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you're connecting with them, networking with them, doing business with them, I mean, I think you would want to know something about them personally, because when stuff goes wrong and goes down, you could at least say you've seen it coming because this person was going through these issues. I think, at the same time, everybody, I think like what Bruiser was saying, if it's not going to connect in a way where we're, making a difference, and you're just more like on a drama side, you don't really want nothing in life, then I'm not even going to be cool with you. I don't want to know you. You can stay over there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be over here. And then we're going to do that. For me, I like to know everybody that's going to, we're all making something, making a change. If not, then we don't got to be friends.
Interesting take. Go ahead, Fantasy. Starts about everybody. Want to know everybody. Then I go to Precious.
So I'm a very open person. I don't filter very well. But I haven't had too many issues in my life being open like I am. And I have seen, like Fatty said, a lot of opportunities fall in my lap or come to me, be presented to me because of how open and welcoming I am. So I think it just depends on the person. I wouldn't necessarily tell everyone to be like me, but I will say that my siblings, comparing like the way they see things happen for me and the way they have to make things happen for them, they say your life is not real life because that's not how people really treat you. And I reply with, well, obviously, you see, that's how I'm getting results. I'm smiling, I'm welcoming, I'm open, and I get things offered to me. So you could try it and see if it works for you too.
Forgot about the cleavage.
And I have cleavage now, but I always had charisma.
It was a joke. Fantasy was a joke.
Go ahead, Precious. What are your thoughts about everybody? Want to know everybody.
Everybody want to know everybody. I think it's a true statement just because of social media. Um, People will feel entitled because they see you on their screen and they feel entitled to know things about you. They feel entitled to get to know you. Networking, I agree with that 100%. Let's network. And even when you're networking, I always say this, even in the professional world, in corporate America, um, I'll show myself friendly, but I'm not your friend.
Hmm.
Like, I'll show myself friendly, but I'm not necessarily your friend because, like Fatty said, people use that word very loosely. And in order to call someone your friend, it has to be more than, a hi and bye, or even more than I see you every day and I work in, well, we work from home now, but, I work next to you. I can show myself friendly towards you, but that doesn't mean that we're friends. There was an instance in the office where a woman was out of the office for about 2 or 3 months. Long story short, nobody really knew what was going on with her. Other women in the office was like, I can't believe she didn't tell us what was going on with her. I said, that woman don't have to tell y'all anything. She doesn't have to tell you anything. Why do you feel so entitled to know her business just because you work next to her every day? That doesn't make you entitled to her information. And I think in the world of social media, somebody not texting you back right away. You see they last was online. Like sometimes I don't even like, I know that, we got to do the content creation thing, but even, people see you online. It's like, oh, she online. Let me see if I can message her. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, if we got rid of social media, I just would, I just think that the world would be a different place. It would be a different place. I think it would be a better place because social media has just given people a mindset that's not realistic. Back in the day, it was like, you're not telling everybody your business. You're not just going with any old person. They got to show themselves approved, and somebody probably got to qualify them in order for you to really get close to somebody. So I think everybody want to know everybody, but I mean, know yourself. Know yourself. That's all I gotta say. Know yourself before you try to want to know everybody.
That's a good take. Good take. Nicole May, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I think that my perspective on everybody wanting to know everybody is just, I feel that there are pros and cons to everything. I do feel like is, there are good people in the world, but you have to pick and choose and be wise with who you involve yourself with. I think that you have to surround yourself with people that are have similar interests, that have emotional intelligence. I feel like everybody doesn't have emotional intelligence. So usually, like, if you don't have emotional intelligence, you will lack with understanding the emotions and the, like, just knowing the basics of morals and how to properly deal with other people. Some people just lack common sense. So I feel like when it comes to everybody wants to know everybody, it's okay to have friends and people that you involve yourself with, but you have to also be aware that everybody isn't for everybody and everybody isn't worthy or, valuable enough to have in your life because of the fact that everybody's not a good person. You just have to be careful out here. You have to be aware of your surroundings and have to pay attention to the type of people that you involve yourself with and bring into your life. So I think that knowing everybody isn't necessarily the best thing. I think the best thing is, like, being somebody worth knowing, not somebody that everybody knows.
Okay.
That's just my outlook and perspective on it.
I got you. I got you. Israel, everybody want to know everybody. What are your thoughts about it, sir?
Um, I don't know about y'all, but as the older that I get, the more I got going on, right? And the more I got going on, it seems like even family members that I love, like, it's hard to keep up with them. It's hard to like contact everybody and stay up with everybody. So I don't try. To be honest, like, I don't try to force, I don't try to put circular head hole pegs in square holes. Like, I just don't do it. Right. I try to run my race. I tap in with my people every now and then. Hey, how you doing? You good? But I don't try to understand or get everything that they're going through, because in life I'm going through a lot of stuff myself personally, and I got a lot of people that's attached to me that I'm responsible for, right? And so I think a lot of us are like that. Like, we have people that's attached to us that we're responsible for, that we have to provide for, so forth and so on. So it's very difficult to really have a whole bunch of quality relationships, right? And so I don't go around trying to get in anybody's business or worry about what anybody else is doing. When there's situations where I have to care, of course I care. Of course I show love. There's people that show love to me, but I put things in a proper perspective. I'm not trying to, what I mean, get in anybody's business. I don't really need anybody in my business. I think that it's good to network. I think that it's good to get to, acquainted with people. But like Fatty said, you really can't call everybody your friend. And unless you're in the trenches and unless you're in some serious situations, it's hard to even test and see if somebody's your real friend or not, especially in the older ages. Like, a lot of these circumstances, situations, you're not in with people anymore. So for me, I keep a lot of squares out my circle.